Everything has been left behind in some other life. I don't understand. I don't know how I've been able to live again. Sometimes he comes to me in my sleep, but only briefly. He vanishes. I'm not going to cry. I've forgotten how to do that. He was called to go there on my birthday. Our guests were still at the table. He apologized and kissed me goodbye. His team was tasked with disconnecting electricity in villages that had been evacuated. They had no protection. His lymph nodes had swollen to the size of hen's eggs. He wouldn't go to the doctor. I had to force him into the car. After the surgery, I had to feed him with a special syringe and grind his food. His colleagues were dying one by one. His eyes were not the same anymore, and he couldn't speak. His face was changing. I started to hide the mirrors in the house. He wrote in his notebook that he wanted to see himself. I brought him the smallest mirror I could find. He looked in it, clutched his head, and rocked back and forth on the bed. Those horrible, horrible last few weeks, he so much wanted not to die. It took him a year to die. I could never imagine that we would be apart. At his funeral, no one could bring themselves to go near him. I had to cover his face with handkerchiefs. He was such a handsome man, and I loved him so much. I sometimes try not to remember any of it, just to stop from going mad. I stopped all the clocks in house that day. They are still stopped. They took him away from me. What right did they have? My son still asks, "Where is Daddy? When will he come home?" He's grown up now, but sees the world through the eyes of a 5-year-old child. I hope someday I can find a place nearer to the special hospital where he has spent most of his life. We will wait for him together, and I will quietly say my Chernobyl prayer.